He's being aggressive. Each time I tried to stand up, he'd push me back down onto the bed.
My mentor showed us this video a couple days ago, and it was really disturbing because I feel like a lot of women over 30 and 35, even younger, have experienced domestic violence in some type of way. And a lot of people will be like, after, oh, you didn't see the signs? Sometimes I feel like there's certain signs that are in our face that we don't really pay attention to or wouldn't even consider to be something that could end up making somebody put their hands on us. But these are my two big signs. In that video, if you watched it, he's working his way up. He's working his way up because most of the times they don't feel comfortable just pop, you know, throughout the next couple, like the first couple months before they want to do it, they'll get verbal. And then they'll start doing the shoving. Then they'll start doing the pushing. And then out of nowhere, pop, just like that. Like, ooh, where did this come from? And sometimes, like in that video that we just stitched with that lady, you don't take it serious sometimes because it's not a pop. It's not a hit. It's not a punch. These are the two things that have been red flags to me. If a man does not understand the difference between a man and a woman, he will feel more comfortable putting his hands on you because in his mind you can take it. Because in his mind you are equal to him, even if he doesn't say it. This is something that I heard a man say that has put his hands on women before. This is what this man said. Man, you women have it so easy. Why can't I stay home and watch the kids while women have to go to work? Huh? Why do we have to go to work while y'all get to sit home and do nothing? Y'all wanted equality, right? You pick up that heavy thing. And mind you, if a situation like that popped up, he doesn't have to pick it up for you. But at the same time, you have to sit down and kind of pay attention to how it came out. Is it bitter? Didn't that sound bitter? People talk about all the time. They're like, okay, you have to pay attention to the way he treats his mom, his sisters, and the women around him, especially when he's mad at them. What does he say? But at the same time, one of those biggest things that you have to pay attention to, does he know the difference between a man and a woman? And women that like to put their hands on men too. Anytime I see that, I can tell she doesn't understand the difference between a man and a woman, even physically. Because you can put a 200-pound woman and a 250-pound man into a ring together and tell them to fight. And more than likely, the man will have an advantage and be able to overpower her because of his nature alone. It doesn't matter how slim he is compared to her. And that's why a lot of people, even though it's wrong, people will take men less serious when it comes to domestic violence because there's an automatic advantage that he has with his body, even though she shouldn't be putting her hands on him either. And he might be holding back. But regardless, if anybody is putting their hands on anybody, woman or man, they do not understand the difference between a man and a woman. Men are typically stronger than women. If a man feels comfortable putting his hands on you, he has made himself equal to you in his mind. And you have to pay attention to his words before his mindset will show you that he feels equal to you before he even puts his hands on you. Another thing to watch out for. There is a difference between shy, humble men and men that are quiet because their voices have been snatched from them. Men that have been forced to be quiet and don't have a voice, these are some of the most dangerous men that you will ever come in contact with, especially as a woman. And you do have to get to know who you're dealing with because sometimes you think you're dealing with a shy, coy person. And sometimes that is who they are. But people have taken advantage of that shyness and that quiet voice that that man has had. And he has been overruled by his peers for years and looked down upon as a man. And because of that, he harbors resentment. He might naturally have a quiet voice. He might naturally be a little bit shy. But you have to see if that man has overcame the expectation to act a certain way as a man. Because if not, you can end up getting into a relationship with somebody that you think is just coy and quiet or shy. And this man is honestly harboring this resentment that you won't see till months later when he really gets comfortable with you. We always see it as a good sign as women when men get very comfortable and kind of vulnerable with us. But with guys that have been feeling emasculated their entire lives, especially in a lot of black communities where the man is expected to act a certain way and in order to be considered a man, sometimes when you get in relationships with these men, they get comfortable with you, and the sign that they've gotten comfortable with you is disrespect. And they start dishing out disrespect on you that they don't do to anybody else, especially not another man. You can see this type of man get cussed out in front of you, and then he'll go home and pop you in the mouth, find a reason to hit you in the mouth because he felt disrespected earlier, but he couldn't say anything to that man because he wasn't bold enough. And he'll find reasons to put his hands on you just because. But when you go out with this man, everybody sees that shy, quiet man, and you yourself are wondering where this man has went. You have to pay attention to that, because if you gotten into a situation